Hello everyone. In this part 1 of vector, we are going to discuss some basic points of vectors and also we will start with the introduction. So let's start with the very important points of vectors. First point is scalars and vectors quantities. If for any quantity we required only magnitude but not direction, then it is known as the scalar quantity, like that mass, like that density. So these are the scalar quantities. Vector quantity, if for any quantity we required magnitude as well as direction, like if we will say about velocity, then it requires direction as well as magnitude, so it is known as a vector quantity. Force is also the example of vector quantity. There are so many examples related to this vector and scalar quantities. Now, geometrical representation of a vector. Suppose we are drawing a line segment. We are drawing this line segment AB and we are marking an arrow here. Then we will say this is the initial point, this is the terminal point, and this is represented by vector AB. In short, we can say this is the vector A. If from end and terminal points we are making it, then we will write down AB, and otherwise we can in short write down vector A. It is showing that the direction of this vector is from A to B, or we can say this vector is directed from A to B. Now, another point, types of vector, which is very important, zero vector. The best example for zero vector is if the initial and terminal position will remain same, or you can say if they coincide, then we will say this is the zero vector. So this is the representation of zero vector. One more thing, if this is the vector A or this is vector A, then magnitude is always given by vector AB, or we can say the magnitude of this vector is vector A is this magnitude A representing. Now another is unit vector. For this vector A, if it is having magnitude is equals to 1, then we will say that this vector A is unit vector. It means for unit vector magnitude should be equals to 1. Now equal vectors. Two or more vectors are said to be equal if they have the same direction and magnitude. It means उनके magnitude भी same हो और direction भी same हो, then we can say that the vectors are the equal vectors. Here we will say vector A and B are equal because they have the same direction and equal magnitudes. Now, co-initial vectors. Co-initial vectors, if for any more than one or more than two or three vectors, initial point will remain same, then we will say that the vectors are co-initial vectors. Here the vector A, vector B, vector C are the co-initial vector because for them initial point is same. Now, collinear vectors. Next is like collinear vectors or parallel vectors. If we have any vector A and we have another vector B, another vector C, which is parallel to this vector, A, then we will say that B and C are parallel vectors irrespective of direction. So here B and C are parallel vectors, and if they are parallel vectors, then there is a very important rule. We can write it vector B is equals to lambda C, lambda vector C, where lambda is any scalar. So this is the very important relation. If we have two vectors which are parallel, then they may be differ in magnitude. उनके मैग्नीट्यूड डिफरेंट हो सकते हैं पैरेलल वेक्टर्स के, और डायरेक्शंस भी क्या हो सकते हैं, डिफरेंट. नाउ इफ दे आर कोलिनियर, it means they will lie on the same line only. Here so we have different lines, but if they are lying, it means in generally we can say if they have a same common point, then they are known as the parallel vectors. Now let's start with the like vectors. Now the another is like vectors. Here I am explaining two vectors are said to be like vectors if they have the same direction irrespective of their magnitudes. Next, unlike vectors, two or more vectors are said to be unlike if their directions are also differ and irrespective of their magnitudes. Then such vectors are known as the unlike vectors. Now the next part is what we have negative of a vector. For negative of a vector, always remember this thing. If we have any vector A and for that vector, suppose this is the vector A, and for this vector, if we will draw the opposite direction of equal magnitude from this, then this will represent the, what is this? Negative of a vector. So this is the representation of negative of a vector. Now you know very well about this standard directions, but still I am explaining north, south, east, west, or generally east, west, north, south. If we will draw the lines which is making 45-degree angle, then it will make northeast, southeast. This angle may be differ, but normally I am considering the angle from this is northeast is 45-degree. Now addition of two vectors. Suppose we have, this is the very important point, that addition of two vectors. In addition of two vectors, if I have a vector A and another vector B like this, then there is a very important rule to add these two vectors. Suppose we are taking this triangle, and for this triangle we are considering this is the one side. Suppose this is the vector A like this is the vector A. We are taking the in this way only, no problem. So this is the vector A directed from A to B. This is the vector B directed from B to C. Then we can say that the sum of these two vectors is given by the third line opposite to the direction of this A and B. देखिए हमने A और B को कॉन्टिन्यूसली लिया. देखिए A के हेड से हमने किसको टेल को ज्वाइन किया? B के टेल को. और अब जब हमने इसे ज्वाइन किया तो इन दोनों की डायरेक्शन तो सेम रही. ये थर्ड साइड जो AC है ट्राइंगल की, it will give the sum of these two vectors if the direction of this one is opposite to this. It means we can say vector AC will represent the sum of these vectors, which is given by AC is equals to AB plus BC, and this is AC is equals to vector A plus vector B, and this is known as the addition of vectors by triangle law. Now there is one more law, parallelogram law, very important and very simple also. If we have any parallelogram ABCD and from any point or from any vertex, if we will take these two vectors, let us suppose this is the vector A, this is the vector B, and if we will join this diagonal AC, then AC will represent the sum of these two vectors A and B, which are starting from the common point or common vertex A. Which rule is working behind this? Because this and this parallel, so we will say this is the vector B, this is the vector A, and then overall by triangular law we can say AC is equals to vector A plus vector B. So this is the parallelogram law of vectors. Now let's start with the unit vector of a given vector. Let us suppose A be a non-zero vector. Then the unit vector of a vector A is given by a vector whose magnitude is 1 and the direction is same as the direction of A. As we know very well, for any scalar K, we have magnitude of k into a is equals to magnitude of k into magnitude of a. Now if we will choose k is equals to 1 upon magnitude of a, we are just considering this part and then put here, then magnitude of ka is equals to 1 upon magnitude of a into magnitude of a, which is equals to 1. Therefore unit vector of this ka is the unit vector whose magnitude is 1. Now this ka vector is given by 1 upon magnitude of a into vector a, and it is represented by a cap. A cap is equals to vector a upon magnitude of a, which is very important point. Now in the same way, there are particular unit vectors along the axis. Along x-axis unit vector is I, along y-axis j, and along z-axis this is k. We have to remember this point very carefully because always we are going to use this unit vectors along axis. Now position vector of a point in component form. Let us suppose we have a point P. We have to find out the position vector of P. It means we want to find out the vector OP. It means with respect to origin. Now in all this discussion, if we will take the triangle OTP, then OP is equals to OT plus TP. In this triangle, substitute the value of OT. This is OQ plus QT. And after putting the values, vector OP is coming xi plus yj plus zk. So this is the component form of the vector P, and it is given by xi plus yj plus zk. If we have to find out the magnitude, then magnitude is given by under root x square plus y square plus z square. Revise this explanation. In next video, we will discuss some more concept related to vectors. Don't forget to give the answer of this question in comment box. Thanks and God bless you.